Do you ever worry you'll get rejected for a job because you picked the wrong cover letter format? Well, it's a legitimate fear, and in this lesson you'll learn why the magic cover letter is the format to use so you can put your best foot forward, plus how to get a free copy of my Google Docs cover letter template so you can get a head start on your very own magic cover letter. Welcome, Happily Employed Rockstar. I'm Robert with themagiccoverletter.com, and you are in the right place to learn the secrets to getting a better job. Click the red subscribe button and the bell so you'll be one of the first to know when I post another video. The sheer number of cover letter formats available in a simple Google search is overwhelming for most job seekers. And underneath that feeling of overwhelm is a fear that if you pick the wrong cover letter format, your resume is going to end up in the rejection pile. Nobody likes that feeling of rejection. I used to feel the same way until I discovered how to make a cover letter that works like magic. And at the end of this video, you'll learn how to get a fillable cover letter template that can work like magic for you too. A few years ago, as a business communication professor, I taught my students how to write a cover letter and was very well educated about the accepted wisdom regarding making a cover letter. I and my students and clients used many formats through the years, but the results seemed to be mixed. And I always had this nagging sense of self-doubt and uncertainty about which format was the best for getting interviews. After all, you've probably heard the saying, you never get a second chance to make a good first impression. And this is true when you meet someone in person as well as when you introduce yourself for the first time to a hiring decision maker. And the cover letter format you choose can have an impact on that impression. And now, I'd love to know, what's your biggest frustration when writing a cover letter? Please drop your answer in the comments below. Years ago, I remember seeing a job that I was really interested in applying for, and I was debating what cover letter format to use. Suddenly, I had this idea. What would happen if I simply took the requirements for the job and listed those on the left and then put my qualifications on the right? That would make it super easy for the hiring decision maker to see how qualified I was for the job. As I went to work making a cover letter in this new format and figuring out how to design it, two things happened. First, as I looked at each job requirement and matched the evidence from my experience and training showing why I was qualified, I started to feel this surge of confidence inside. The evidence was right there in front of me on paper. It was undeniable. And just going through that process gave me a real boost in confidence. Second, as I finished formatting my one-page cover letter with the job requirements listed on the left and my qualifications listed on the right, I felt even more certain that I would be putting my best foot forward. And that was a good feeling. This new cover letter format made it super easy for the hiring decision maker to see at a glance that I met the qualifications for the job. And as I dropped my cover letter and resume in the mail, there was no nagging sense of doubt over whether I'd picked the right format or not. And guess what? It worked like magic. I was called for an interview. My cover letter had done the job it was supposed to do. And something else surprising happened. Through the process of preparing my cover letter, matching my evidence with the requirements for the job, I was preparing the basic talking points for my interview. I knew exactly what I was going to talk about, and I felt more confident and ready than I ever had before to go to my interview. I don't know how many other candidates applied or interviewed for this job, but I was offered the job on the spot during the interview. I was stunned and delighted. It's a great feeling, and that's when I named this cover letter format the Magic Cover Letter. It's worked like magic for me and my clients. And one more thing, I'm super excited to share with you today the Magic Cover Letter Google Docs download for free. It's a super easy to use, basic copy and paste cover letter shortcut that will save you tons of time. Simply go to themagiccoverletter.com/Google Docs and download your copy right now. The link is also in the description. And until next time, unleash your big dreams by asking yourself this powerful question: what if it's possible now?